Well, here we are in another Penguin Paradise 2v2v2. And in the bottom here, we're going to have the team of Tubby27 in the red playing as Lightbringers and Plasma in the dark blue playing as Guardians. So their teammates once again here, just like the last game we casted. OnlyNativeOnline here is going to be the orange playing as Deathsworn alongside Vegas 0508 in the yellow playing as Renegades. In the west here we have JustPlainSavage in the lime green playing as Cranioids and lijahrock playing as the blue Guardians. So yeah, looks like this game was not played directly after the first game, after the game I just cast. There was a couple 3v3s in between. There's actually a decent amount of games played on the same day, just in a row. A bunch of team games and FFAs that I'm interested in casting. Because there are the dynamics are a little different than a 1v1. And I think I've casted a lot of 1v1 recently. I'm going to be uploading a tournament tech. So I'm just casting team games for fun now, because they are a little interesting at times. I mean, certainly, if you haven't watched the game I just casted, it's also a Penguin Paradise 2v2v2. You should definitely watch that. That was a really weird game. It's definitely something that could not have happened in a 1v1. It's just really bizarre. But, I mean, in these in 2v2v2 scenarios and FFAs, like, all sorts of ridiculous things can happen. Okay, so it looks like Tubby is... No, he's just expanding. But yeah, it looks like we might see some aggro here. Actually, all three sides... Oh, gosh. I actually feel like... we're seeing aggro on all sides. I feel like overall the teams here are stronger than the teams in the last game I played. Mainly by the fact that Camila Berra has been replaced by Vegas 0508. Who, to my knowledge, is actually decent. So, yeah, this could be very different from the last match. On the other hand, lijahrock, I think, yeah, definitely behind in buildings. I do think the strongest player here is JustPlainSavage, but his teammate lijahrock is probably the weakest link. Newer player. I mean, he started playing like a week ago, and this game was played like a week ago, so they were very new when this happened. JustPlainSavage, I know, did spend a decent amount of time teaching lijahrock how to play the game, so JustPlainSavage. Oh, okay, his harvester has been spotted by Tubby's pikeman. Okay, JustPlainSavage being forced to retreat here on this front here, versus primarily Vegas's forces, although OnlyNativeOnline has contributed 1 warrior and 3 arbalists to the front, which are going to soon die, as Vegas did pull back. Machine gun turret on the way, that's interesting. That actually put Vegas in low power, I think, when he built this. Okay, let's look at here. OnlyNativeOnline is a little more turtly than anyone else, which might give Plasma a chance to... Actually, Plasma has his forces. It looks like he was skirmishing with OnlyNativeOnline here. Tubby does seem to be in the strongest position right now. I would venture to guess that in a few minutes he'll push in, and then all these infantry are forfeit once the treants come in. Because if they're not crushed, they'll be AoE'd to death. That's my opinion, at least. Okay, looks like OnlyNativeOnline is bringing in some dragons here. Not too effective versus the tripods, because the tripods can shoot on the move, and they do outrange dragons, too. And dragons need to channel to attack, so they need to stay still. They can't attack on the move very well. Okay, looks like... Okay, Tubby is coming in with his pikemen to try to kill this harvester. Actually, no, they've momentarily forgotten about it again, so I guess it's going to get a decent scouting done. Oh my god, where's the harvester going? Yeah, but JustPlainSavage is in a bit of trouble because he is playing Cranioids on a map where there aren't very good opportunities to expand like crazy. So he's going to be stuck on Oh, maybe 2 Harvester Cranioid. That's not going to be good for him. He's going to come over here. This is going to be spotted by the Skeleton Archers. Ouch. Yeah, JustPlainSavage just can't get a... It's funny because this is not doing a very good job of killing. I mean, it's going to kill it eventually. It's going to happen very soon. But yeah, it looks like Tubby, his first skirmish was lijahrock. I would rate that as a success. All those rocket cars appear to be dead unless maybe they participated in the fight here. JustPlainSavage does have blast bugs on the field. Oh, blast bugs versus machine gun turrets. I mean, the machine gun turrets theoretically shouldn't even be good versus walkers, but when you add in, when you add in blast bugs, the walkers should retreat. Blast bugs should attack from range. Meanwhile, Tubby should just come in here and he could destroy lijahrock soon. Yeah. OnlyNativeOnline coming in the field with a combination of Dragons, Arbalists, and Wraiths. Decent combination, although a little lacking in number and a little late in my opinion. But yeah, JustPlainSavage is kind of in trouble between the fact that his eco has never been able to expand far and the pressure put on by Vegas combined with OnlyNativeOnline. lijahrock is joining in here, but Tubby might. Oh, I thought he was going to move in for a second. That would have been a very nice opportunity. JustPlainSavage is going to hold here with lijahrock's assistance. OnlyNativeOnline, has he really been doing so far? Not much. Plasma this has been a surprisingly peaceful front so far. I mean, Tubby and Plasma they've had a very peaceful front so far too. Like overall, both of them haven't had to do much. Tubby has been able to tech up the Phoenixes, mass up a giant army, and theoretically, anytime he wants, he can just move in and crush lijahrock. JustPlainSavage is starting to feel the pressure. He's in trouble. Definitely. Yeah, Tubby definitely in a position where I think he might be able to solo everyone else's army at this point. With Plasma's assistance, definitely, these two could definitely march in right now and take down the whole field. Looks like Plasma actually is starting to think, why don't I march in Scorch Tanks versus a Watchtower? Yes, this is actually going to go for the Scorch Tanks because the Scorch Tanks do very good damage. OnlyNativeOnline requesting assistance because, yeah, he doesn't have anything significant defending. Probably his fault for trusting the Plasma to stay back too long. Okay, yeah, it looks like... Oh, what? I think lijahrock has given up on his main base, now moving in to assist JustPlainSavage's base while abandoning his own. Then again, these infantry can't do much versus treants, but they also can't do much versus artillery. But yeah, it looks like JustPlainSavage and lijahrock are just going to barely hold up here. lijahrock trying to rebuild an HQ here. Yeah, the satellite uplink definitely not worth building, that's my opinion. But yeah, these two players are going to just kind of hole up in here, try to take out these MG turrets. Meanwhile, Vegas actually, his army is actually not in good condition. OnlyNativeOnline no longer has a base. Plasma, I think, theoretically should be able to march in here and take down this entire base. On the other hand, Tubby could theoretically march in here and take out this. So yeah, JustPlainSavage and lijahrock trapped here. lijahrock pretty much eliminated. One HQ that won't finish. And a bunch of dead infantry, which are dead now. Plasma moving in, continuing his little attack on the northern team here. And yeah, theoretically, I see this working out very well for Plasma, especially if he continues this. He also has a lot of heavy drones on the field now. Vegas definitely overinvested in MG turrets on this front. In the short term, they were decent, but they're not going to be effective long term, especially since 1, they're being attacked by blast bugs and outranged. 2, they're not going to be movable when Plasma moves in here with his army. Tubby's just waiting here patiently. I think he's learned a lesson from the last game he played where he lost a lot of forces fighting against JustPlainSavage, and now he's just gonna chill and wait for JustPlainSavage to deplete his forces versus someone else instead, in this case Vegas and OnlyNativeOnline. It actually might come to the case soon where Tubby could theoretically... It looks like Tubby is sort of in conflict with Vegas and Only Native Online's 3 Shamans at this point. How is this still mining? How long has this stayed alive? I didn't notice this because it should be dead. It should have been dead. This is still alive. Why are these alive? These harvesters should not be alive. This was even spotted by skeleton archers, but yet it's still here. Gosh. It was attacked by skeleton archers. It's still alive. Okay. Kind of like that one Portal 2 song. Still alive. Why is this a thing? Okay, at least this one's dead. But this is like one of the most baffling parts of this game, I guess. This is so weird. Why is this here still? Okay, now it's dead. Strangely enough, Tubby of all people is going to kill it. Despite the fact that it was basically in Vegas and Only Native Online's territory. Okay, yeah, looks like Plasma and Tubby have sort of rendezvoused their forces together. They are probably going to move in on the north now. I don't see how anyone could hold theoretically against this army. This is a very competent looking army. It's very strong. And no one else has any significant forces anymore. These points are all mined out except for this one. Yeah, the north... Okay, the north team still has this they could theoretically mine from. That will die soon, though, I think. And meanwhile, there's actually even... Wow. Vegas actually... Despite the fact that his own base was under threat, he still sent forces to go kill a harvester of JustPlainSavages that wasn't even mining. Okay, it looks like Only Native Online has GG'd. Vegas should follow soon. lijahrock, yeah, did GG earlier after not being able to finish the HQ. JustPlainSavages, surprisingly, still alive. Like the harvester, which is now dead, actually. But looks like he's going to try to cause as much damage as he can to Tubby before Tubby comes in. Fully backed by Plasma. That's a lot of heavy drones and phoenixes. Yeah, this blast bug army, blast bugs are good, but they can't hold against this many phoenixes and heavy drones. So yeah, this game is going to go to Tubby and Plasma here. If you like this, please comment, like, and subscribe. Once again, this was Dissonance commentating. And thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.